Hello students, so we finished the first part of the chapter The Open Window, where we understood what exactly was happening and how the girl was making stories to frighten Mr. Sappleton, and how fast she was to make the horror story. And that is what she is telling, that how why that window has a particular significance and why it is always kept opened even during the afternoons, summer afternoons of in the October when it's very hot. Now in the second part, let's read what the second part says. Miss Sappleton comes down. Now all this conversation is taking place when Mr. Hampton or Nuttall, Mr. Frampton is waiting for Mrs. Sappleton to come down, and she's making all the stories to frighten Mr. Nuttall. So in the second part, what happens now? Miss Sappleton comes down, and at the last, and it inadvertently confirms her niece's story. Inadvertently means accidentally. She also confirms what the niece is saying. Frampton tries to acquaint his host with the nature of his ailment. So Frampton is nature of his ailment means problem, the pain. What type of a pain he has, that not to frighten him, but to say something which soothes him, like a balm, and not to frighten him, because he gets panic attack, he gets very anxious, he's having anxiety or maybe the depression or things like that, and he gets perspiration, so he has a bad nerve. But through the open window he can see things that worsens his nerve. So, but what he's seeing, such things, such horrifying things, that makes his condition even bad. Okay, so now we are going to read the story, what happens further. Here. She broke off with a little shudder. Shudder means shiver, kapkapi. Okay, it was a relief to Frampton when the aunt bustled into the room with the worlds of apologies for being late in making her appearance. So bustles means she abruptly came into the room and started making all the apologies. I'm sorry, I've been late, you've been waiting for such a long time, and this and that and things like that. So she busted into apologies, and I hope Vera has been amusing you, she said. So what Mrs. Sappleton is saying, Vera, now for the first time in this chapter, the name of this little girl comes up, which is Vera. So she is being called as Vera. So Mrs. Sappleton is saying that I hope Vera is amusing you means entertaining you, or entertaining you. She has been very interesting, and now she's saying that Vera is very interesting and she is very entertaining and very talkative, and I hope you don't mind the open window. And she must be listening what stories Vera is making. So she said that I hope you don't mind an open window, because generally what happens in those countries where the story is rotating, the windows and doors are not kept open generally, but they are kept closed, because houses are centrally heated. Depending on the temperature, they automatically gets heated up, and temperature is maintained inside. So she's saying, I hope you don't mind the open window, said Miss Sappleton. Briskly means swiftly. Quickly. My husband and brothers will be home directly from shooting, and they always come in this way. They've been out far for snip. Snip means to shoot. Snippers, shooters are called snippers, who are excellent in shooting targets. So they have gone for snip. This is a colloquial way of saying going for shooting or going for snip is a colloquial means कहते हैं ना देसी तरीका, वहाँ के वे में कुछ बोलते हैं, that's what. In a marshes today, marshes means जहाँ दलदली place को marshes बोलते हैं. So they have gone to snip in the marshes today. So they'll make a fine mess over my poor carpet. So like you men folks, isn't it? So she's cracking a little humor that as all the men do, they go out, कीचड़ में लथपथ वापस आएंगे और मेरा carpet गंदा कर देंगे. That's what she is trying to say, as all the men do. So that's what she is saying. She rattled. Now, what's the meaning of rattle? Means reared kind of a sound. There is a rattlesnake. So the type of sound those rattlesnake make is called rattle. And ye auntie also, she made that rattling sound. She rattled on cheerfully about the shooting and the scarcity of the birds and the prospects of duck in the winter. So what is she saying? This like she's cheerfully telling, oh, my husband, we have kept this window open because my husband and my two brothers and the dog, the spaniel, they will come from this window and they have gone to the marshes. Means थोड़ा सा गीली ज़मीन है जहाँ पर वो गए हैं. Why it is called marshes? Because they have gone to shoot the birds, चिड़िया मारने के लिए, ducks खाने के लिए, मारने के लिए गए हैं. And then she started telling, okay, because the birds are getting very less, it is hard to find them and shoot them and bring them. And the ducks generally are not very much available towards the winter. Although October is towards the winter, but it was still hot in during that time. To Frampton, it was all purely horrible. Now when Frampton heard that, now this is actually truly happening, but she has made up the story, the girl has made up the story that they are dead. So poorly horror. And when Frampton is hearing that, he is like totally devastated. He is totally horrified that, oh my God, the people who have already died 3 years ago, this woman is still waiting for them to come, and what is going on? So his nerve is getting onto all that horrific things are getting onto the nerve. He made a desperate but only partially successful effort to turn the talk onto the less ghastly topic. Ghastly means डरावना. So all these things were really ghastly, really scary for Mr. Frampton, and he tried to change the topic, but he was unsuccessful. He was conscious that his hostess was giving him only a fragment of her attention, and her eyes were constantly straying past him to the open window and the lawn beyond. So Mr. Frampton was noticing that whatever he is trying to say, his hostess, means Miss Stapleton, is not even bothering much or paying much attention on his urge, and she is more keen on observing outside the window and waiting for those people who have died 3 years back. And he is not liking that. It was certainly an unfortunate coincidence that he should have paid his visit on this tragic anniversary. Now he said he is thinking in his mind that on this particular day they went to hunt until 3 years back, and till today they have not come, and his hostess, Miss Stapleton, is keeping that window open, thinking that this particular day they will come, and it is a very unfortunate coincidence that he has come on that particular day only to get all these haunted things heard. The doctors agree in ordering me complete rest, an absence of mental excitement, and avoidance of anything in the nature of the violent physical exercise, announced Mr. Frampton. Now Mr. Frampton is trying to deviate the mind by saying that doctors, and he is telling that what doctors have said. Doctors have said that you should avoid anything which excites you. Excites you, like hearing the horror stories will excite him, that can create trouble to his bad nerve. He said that you should not go any labor, and you should not hear anything which is violent of nature. Of course, this gun shooting and things like that, killing the birds, these are violent in nature. So all these things he is trying to tell these people, Miss Stapleton and his niece, that doctor have advised me not to talk on these topics and avoid such kind of conversation. So and extremes of physical exercise. So absolutely means going to the marshes is one kind of a physical exercise in itself, and they are talking everything that his doctor, everything which was not supposed to be told to Mr. Frampton. Who labored under the tolerable widespread delusion that total strangers and chance acquaintance are hungry for at least details of someone's ailment and infirmities, their cause and cure. So he iterated all these things, thinking that these people may hear the detail of what type of problem he is going through, what type of pain he is going through, what type of ailment is going through, and what is that infirmities means any physical or mental weakness, means a person who is not physically and mentally fit, who that is called infirmity, and causes and cure. So what the causes and cures were, not to be afraid of, to avoid everything that excites him and that gives him more panic attacks. On the matter of diet, they are not so much in agreement, he continued. So that's what he's saying. On the matter of diet, they are not so much in agreement. No, said Mrs. Sappleton, in a voice which only replaced a yawn at the last moment. So Miss Sappleton is, kind of, she says, whatever he says, no, he says, Miss Sappleton says no, and then she is having a yawn, means Jamaili, as if she is not bothered what Mr. Sappleton is saying. Okay. She then suddenly brightened into alert attention, but not to what Frampton was saying. And when Frampton stopped speaking, suddenly Miss Sappleton was brightened, means got excited in a good manner, and her eyes were bright open, and she stared across the window. But at the same time, Mr. Frampton noticed that she has gotten excited, but not what Mr. Frampton has said. She's getting excited on something else. Here they are at last, she cried, just in a time for tea, and don't they look as if they were muddy up to the eyes? So now Mr. Frampton is talking to Mrs. Sappleton, and Mrs. Sappleton, instead of paying attention towards Mr. Frampton, she is looking outside the window, and she got really excited and full of joyous mood, and she is saying, oh wow, they are here. Means she was waiting all these three people to come in with the spaniel, and she said they are here, and don't you think that they are full of muddy things, means शिकार से लौटने के बाद पूरा धूल थे, and their eyes are up to that. So that's what she is trying to say. So full of all the muddy things. Then what happened? Frampton Frampton shivered slightly and turned towards the knees with a look intended to convey sympathetic comprehension. So Frampton, now what Frampton did, he thought that Miss Sappleton is waiting for, she has gone mad, or there is something wrong in Miss Sappleton, that she is waiting for the dead people to come back. And then he turned towards the knees, and he's giving an expression of sympathy. The poor girl, poor lady, she's still waiting for the people who are dead 3 years back, and you were right. And he gave that kind of an expression to the sympathetic comprehension, means sambhavna, that she is actually gone mad and cranky, and that's why she is behaving like that. The child was staring out through the open window with a dazed horror in her eyes. Now she is acting, okay? This girl is acting as if she is horrified. Oh my God, these 3 people who were dead 3 years back are now coming there. And she acted as if, oh yes, she is also observing those 3 people actually coming in the window, inside the window. In the chill shock of nameless fear, Frampton swung around in his seat and looked in the same direction. So now this window was on the back side of Frampton. So he swung around, means jhoole ki tarah ghuma, or like he looked around at the back, and same direction where this girl was looking and Miss Sappleton was looking. In a deepening twilight, twilight means where day and night meets. Okay, the twilight means dusk, you can say. So three figures were walking across the lawn towards the window. There were three figures. So धुंधला था और तीन figures जो थे वो they were walking towards the window. They all carried guns under their arms. So they all were having the guns under their arms, and one of them was additionally burdened with a white coat hung over his shoulder. So there were these three men whom the niece or Vera described. They were there, and one of the men she described was her husband, and he has a white coat, and exactly the same thing was there. Okay. And one of them was additionally burdened with a white coat hung on his shoulder. A tired brown spaniel kept close to their heels. Heels means पैर के पास एक थका हुआ जो उनका डॉग था वो उनके पैरों के पास था. Noisily they neared the house, and then the hoarse young voice chanted out of the dusk, "I say, Bertie, why do you bound?" So exactly what the niece described, that was one of the young man. That means that man was Miss Sappleton's brother, and he shouted. Miss Sappleton's name was Bertie, right? Bertie Sappleton. So her name was Sappleton. He shouted what he used to shout to tease Miss Sappleton. Okay. So here everyone was horrified, except Miss Sappleton. The gentleman, Mr. Frampton, was horrified, and the niece who made up all these stories, she acted as if she is horrified, and Miss Sappleton was very happy to see these three people. Okay. Now what happened next? What else can Frampton do but beat a hasty retreat? Hasty means घबरा कर पीछे हटना. Hasty retreat, घबरा कर पीछे हटना. Had he seen the ghost? Now Mr. Sappleton is thinking, क्या मैंने have seen the भूत देख लिया है. A niece does have a knack for explaining an uncanny coincidence. So this is what it's saying. Uncanny means डरावने coincidence को उसको बहुत अच्छे से आता था कि ये डरावने coincidences को imaginary story के फॉर्म में एक सही चीज़ को एक डरावना कोइंसिडेंट बता करके उसको कैसे एक्सप्लेन करना है कि human being will get automatically very scared and afraid. So she has a skill. Knack of means skill of explaining the strange incidents in an uncanny means in a very horrifying way. What happened next in the third part? What else can Frampton grabbed widely and his stick and hat, the hall door, the gravel drive, the front gate were dimly noted stages in his headlong retreat. A cyclist coming along the road had to run into the hedge to avoid imminent collision. Now Frampton was so deadly scared that he took his hat and his stick and he ran. And he ran across the hall towards the door. Then he went to the gravel means कंकड़ से भरा हुआ जो drive था वहाँ and then he was out from the front gate where and then he went out of the hedge, and one cyclist who was coming, he didn't see that, and he to save Mr. इतनी तेज़ी से Mr. Frampton भागे कि एक cyclist उनको बचाने के चक्कर में hedge में किनारे लगी हुई hedge में घुस गया to avoid the collision. Okay, then I expect it was a spaniel. No, so then what happened is, okay, here we are, my dear, said the bearer of white mackintosh. Mackintosh means that white coat. Must be a raincoat, white raincoat. Coming in through the window, who bolted out as we came up. So as they came inside the window, it was a huge window where the human being can enter easily, and this man said, how here we are, मतलब हम लोग आ गए देखो. और आफ्टर कमिंग इनसाइड ही बोल्टेड द मतलब विंडो को दे क्लोज द विंडो, बंद कर दिया. अ मोस्ट एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी मैन Mr. Nuttall, said Mrs. Sappleton, who bolted out as we came up. So this man is asking that who bolted out, कौन भागा जैसे ही मैं हम लोग आए यहाँ पर. तो so Miss Sappleton is saying a most extraordinary man, his name was Nuttall, said Miss Sappleton, he could only talk about his illness. And Miss Sappleton is saying कि that man who bolted out, who ran out, he was some weird kind of he was an extraordinary man who has nothing to talk but about his illness. He dashed off without the word of goodbye or apology when you arrived. One would think he had seen a ghost. And then Miss Sappleton is saying that he ran in such a manner, in such a bad way, that if one will see him, they will see as if he has seen some kind of a ghost. Okay, actually these three people were not dead. That was just the story which was being made by the niece, that girl. And when these three people came in, Mr. Nuttall, he actually thought that these three people are the ghosts. I expect it was Spaniel, said the niece. Now niece is again, she didn't tell that what story she has told to them before Mr. Sappleton should come. And she said, I guess that Spaniel means dog. The dog had I expect it was Spaniel, because of which Mr. Nuttall was so scared. He told me he had a horror of dog. Now he's making another story and telling that he has a horror, means fear of dog. Why he's having the fear of dog? He was once hunted into the cemetery. Cemetery means graveyard. Somewhere on the banks of the Ganges by a pack of dog. Pack of dog means group of dog. This group of dogs tried to hunt on him, tried to attack him, and then that's why he had to spend the night in a newly dug grave, where with the creatures snarling and grinning and foaming just above him. So he was inside the grave which was newly dug, and these creatures were snarling and growling and were inside that, enough to make anyone lose their nerve. And she's telling these creatures were enough to make anyone lose their nerves. Romance to short notice was her speciality. Whose speciality? Means romancing in short notice was the speciality of this girl. Now she made another story to these three people and her auntie, that he actually was afraid of Spaniel, not of this three man. So this is what the story all about, students, and I hope you like it. We'll meet in another video with in the next chapter. Till then, you all enjoy it. Bye bye.